When I was finishing one of the books in the Hinges of History series, the book on the ancient Greeks, sailing the wine dark sea, I spent a number of weeks in Greece just checking on various things. And it was a few months after 9/11. And the whole time I was in Greece, I never met another American. People of many places and stories, but never an American. And finally, one day I ended up in Rhodes, which was built by the Knights of Rhodes. It's a fantastic medieval town, beautifully constructed. But as I finished taking it in, I decided that what I really wanted to do was to wend my way down to the very small Jewish section of the medieval city. And there, of course, you know, Rhodes was under the Nazis during the Second World War, so many of the people were taken away and died in camps. But there was still a small Jewish community in Rhodes, and a very feisty one at that. They were rebuilding the medieval synagogue with help from the European community. And there was one little shop, Anna Cohen's Jewelry. And I went in there, and Anna Cohen was there herself. She was very happy to see me because she hadn't seen an American in months. She presumed I was Jewish because I was from New York. And she asked me immediately if I spoke Yiddish. And I said, unfortunately not. But she said, well, do you speak Hebrew? And I said yes. And then, of course, I immediately regretted this because though I had spent 2 years studying Hebrew at JTS, I would say I was much better at the Psalms than I was at conversational Hebrew. And I couldn't imagine where she was going with this. And she said, well, I don't speak any Hebrew, but my father is outside, and he would be so happy to speak to someone who speaks Hebrew. And you can have anything in the shop, and I'm happy to give you a 50% discount. Well, I didn't want to lose my discount. So I didn't admit to her that my Hebrew might not be up to the task. And after I had chosen a bracelet, a really beautiful bracelet, sort of Byzantine bracelet, for a friend of ours who was a Holocaust survivor, Anna Cohen brought me outside to meet her father. Her father looked like something from a Roman Vishniac photograph. He was ancient. He had long white hair and a very long beard, and he was sitting in the sun. And she introduced me to him in Greek, which was the only language they spoke together, but told him that I spoke Hebrew, and he began. And I put out my hand and said, Shalom, Abba, which is peace, Father, or hello, Father. And I was good enough to get that out. And then he began the history of Rhodes and of Greece, ancient, medieval, and modern. And I found that all I needed to say was Ken, which means yes in Hebrew. And over again, I sort of urged him on by saying Ken. And when he got to particularly bad moments, I would say lo, which means no. And that was really all there was to it. He went through not only the history of Rhodes and Greece, but the history of his own community and his own personal history, some of which was extremely affecting. And finally, he was truly exhausted at the end of all of this. And I knew he had finished. And so I said once again, Shalom, Abba. And then I thought, that isn't really quite enough. I've got to do a little bit better than that. So I said, toda, thank you. And then I thought, that's still not good enough for what he's done today. And somehow there came back to me a phrase from the Psalms, and I was able to say, toda mean hello. Thanks from the heart. And off I went with my purchase down the road. And soon Anna Cohen was able to catch up with me, and she said, thank you so much. This meant so much to my father. He told me you speak the most elegant Hebrew. Now, my other